Greetings, Tiger fans, and welcome to Hardin County High School basketball for the final time this season. The 2022-2023 season concludes tonight with the Hardin County Tigers on the road at the Roundhouse in Selma, Tennessee. McNairy County High School is the place, the home of the Bobcats, and both teams are primed for a really good close for the season. The Lady Tigers are probably going to be in the fourth position in the district going into the tournament no matter what happens tonight, but it would be nice to get a victory to end the season.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a little momentum going into this weekend. District tournament starts over at Chester County, and if McNairy wins this game, we're going to turn around and play them again on Friday night for round one. McNairy does have something to play for tonight. We are locked in the fourth. McNairy has to win tonight to get that first place bid. So they got a little incentive tonight. It was senior night earlier, and thankful that they did it before everybody got here, pre-game and not in between games. But these two teams met last week, and the Tigers hung in there. They just couldn't get a whole lot of offense. Defensively, though, they played pretty well. Of course, Maddie Kirk, we talked about her last week. She's kind of a star of the show here, and, you got to stop her.
Well, she only scored 14, but they beat the Tigers 49-27, which is convincing considering they're playing in Michaela Welch. But as you mentioned, if we play them on Friday night, that'll be playing McNairy County 3 times
in a row, in 7 days.
In 3 different places.
Yeah, so, it's kind of crazy how all that's working out. But when you're in a 14 district, you're going to have things like that. The guys' game is pretty much a lock. We're a lock for second. They've only got 1 win in the district, so they're a lock at 4th. So it looks like on Saturday it will be us and Lexington opening up at Chester County in the boys' game in round 1 of the district.
But one of the things I noticed, and talk about the boys' game a little bit prematurely, but noticed last week was, or Friday night, was that the number of kids they have on the roster, they only got 8 or 9 players that are available to play, and I've never known a McNairy team to be that low.
No, they were down a little bit, and also one of their big players in the middle, he got hurt early, so he went out, and so they had to play with a small team. I talked to Nate Moore last night. He was the one that was hitting it from everywhere.
27 points.
Yeah, I talked to him last night. I actually met him last night at a local restaurant and talked to him a minute. And, he's a real deal. But he said, it's just been a tough season for them. Just haven't been able to get a lot of wins. They played well in some games, but seems like somebody's hurt all the time. But I wished the girls, he dates one of the Lady Tigers. I wished her luck, and I looked at him and I said, that doesn't go for you though, buddy. Not tomorrow night. So. But
getting back to girls basketball, tell us what, I know you and Haley Hardin had a conversation last night, what she told you.
Well, she told me, first thing she said is, we're going to win tomorrow night. And I said, well, I hope you do. I said, y'all deserve a win. And she said, I just feel good about the game. Now, that's an uphill battle against this team. But, she's one of the team leaders, and she's got that confidence. And if she can spill that over to everybody else, you never know.
And fill it up to about 20 tonight.
Yeah, it would be nice to get about 20, 25 out of her. For sure. But anyway, we played good defense the last few games. We just hadn't had a lot of offense, and that's been a key thing. Coach Kirk has been happy with the way his defense has played, but you got to score, and you got to limit the offensive rebounds for the other team, and not giving them 2 or 3 shots at it. So anyway, like I said, it'll be an uphill battle. This is a tough place to play. We've been successful here, but it's a tough place to shoot. We talked about that. It's a roundhouse. It is a roundhouse. The goals are hanging suspended from the ceiling just out in the floor. There's seats behind both goals. So, it's a little bit tough if you've never been here and played here.
No question. Of course, you and I have been over here so many times we don't even think much about it.
Yeah.
But for players who are coming up from freshmen to seniors, they only get a chance to see it every year, and it is quite a shock to get used to those goals that seem to be floating in midair. But the Lady Tigers are on the floor right now, and they are warming up, popping threes from everywhere right now.
Yeah, you talking about warming up. It's warming
But
up
I'm
here.
just about to say, I don't complain much, and I won't say anything else the rest of the broadcast, but it's got to be 90 degrees, 95
Up
degrees.
here where
we are. I don't know if they did that intentionally to shock the other team or what, but man, it's a sweat box.
I don't know if you're watching on the stream, I can turn the camera over. Bill said he's taking his shirt off during the broadcast. So.
No, I just I had a thread.
It was just a thought.
It was a thread. I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got basketball action headed your way in just a couple of minutes here. The teams have gone to the bench. We're going to have the national anthem, and then we'll have the introduction of tonight's starting lineups for both teams. So stay with us here on K93. We'll be back after these few messages. Stay with us. Lady Tigers are being introduced right now under head coach Brandon Kirk. The same starting lineup as usual with Callahan, also with Bailey Gamble, Ashton Davis, Haley Harden, and Haley Barrier. For McNairy, Madison Montgomery. Also, Chloe Shelton. Allie Austin.
And number 51,
Maddie Kirk. And Brianna Davis. Those are your five starters for Jerry Lott's Lady Bobcat team. As the Tigers with assistant coaches Ryan Geiler and Rob Parson have done a wonderful job in working with these kids this year. They're really good sportsmen. They've played hard in every game. And deserve, as Steve said earlier, a victory tonight. But they're going to get to that. Maddie Kirk had 14 against the Tigers the other night. She'll be the player they'll probably be focusing on most defensively. Davis, Ashton Davis to jump. And Brianna Davis will control the tap. Kirk gets the ball, gets it to the head of the key. Outside on the left is a long three. It's off, no good. And will be chased down in the corner and finally picked up by Callahan. As Shelton went up with the three-pointer, missed it. The Tigers will get on the offensive end, get it over now to Barrier, down in the corner now. To Davis. Davis stops. And she'll be called for traveling.
Traveling violation is the call.
Now the inbounds pass goes to Maddie Kirk following the floor mistake. And across the timeline, Maddie comes, goes on the left side now to Allie Austin. Attempted steal there by Barrier. And now a whistle. I think a traveling call, a floor mistake of some kind. And the Tigers will take it out in the backcourt. Under three-quarter court pressure, they get it into Davis in the lane. She kicks it out in the corner. This is Gamble for three out of the corner. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Shelton. Shelton to Montgomery. Down in the lane goes Kirk. Kirk goes up for the layup on the right side. A lot of defense there. She just worked her way through it and got the bucket. So it's 2-0 Bobcats. Tigers working across the floor. They get it over to Callahan on the left side. Now to Barrier. Barrier looking for Gamble on the left wing. Gets it to her. Outside now. Driving in is Harden. She takes it to the glass. Put it up and in. That looked pretty determined right there.
2-point basket.
So Haley Harden scores first. Draws first blood for the Tigers. We're tied at 2. Cross court pass to Austin in the paint. Kirk turnaround jumper. Got the roll. So Maddie Kirk add them up already. She's got 4, and it's 4-2 Bobcats. 6:01 left to go in the first period. Tigers down by a pair. They get it over to Barrier. Barrier in the corner now to Gamble. Gamble is going to work back to the left wing and back out. Tigers in gray with maroon numerals. Bobcats in white with blue. Harden spins at the circle, goes left to Gamble. Gamble hands it off to Harden on the left side as well. Now to around the Barrier and to Davis in the corner. To Harden, now head of the key, eyes the three, then kind of backpedals dribbling. On the left wing goes to Barrier. Now to Davis. Outside to Harden. Harden looking right at Maddie Kirk. Over to Davis on the right wing. Now to Barrier. Barrier goes from the lane down to the baseline and loses the ball out of bounds. I thought perhaps it might have been knocked out by Madison Montgomery, but the official there said it's Bobcat basketball with 5 minutes left to go here in the first period. Tigers trail 4-2. Kirk outside now to Shelton. Now for a long three on the right side by Chloe Shelton, and man, she knocked the bottom out of that one. Tigers work it up the floor. Callahan gets it over to Davis. Davis is going in the lane. Stops, puts the shot off the glass, missed it. Rebound's going to be put up there by Callahan. Shot's no good, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called. And it's going to be on Davis. Her first. To the line goes Clara Callahan to shoot 2. Good rebounding effort there by Clara. First shot. Off the back rim. 4:34 left to go first period, 7-2. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell right here in the Roundhouse at 7. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. The second shot by Callahan is up and good. And now it's 7-3. Tigers down by 4. Kirk. Left side of Montgomery. They beat the pressure. Tigers put pressure. Now they throw it away. It's going to be picked up. Down the floor goes Gamble. She goes up for the shot. It's blocked, I think, Davis got the block, and they're saying that Gamble touched it last.
I'm not so sure she touched it.
And now there's a whistle.
Now they're going to talk about it.
And there's a discussion between the officials that maybe handed the ball out to the wrong team.
Now they've changed
Now they've straightened it out. The Tigers will have it baseline. That makes a little more sense.
What took so long?
I don't know. But Bear has it, goes right side to Hardin, left side down to Gamble. Down in the corner to Davis on the left. Now to Hardin, covered up by Kirk. It's like the two of them are matched up for the game. Davis goes in, goes right side now, saved in there by Barrier. Picks up the dribble, looks for some help, throws it away, but it's going to be saved by Davis. And now Gamble has it on the left side. 3:43. Davis, or Hardin rather, at the corner. Out for a long three that's off no good by Callahan. Rebound is going to be picked up by Madison Montgomery, but there's a whistle and a foul called. It's going to be on Ashton Davis, her first. Both teams with one foul in the half. Bobcats up 7-3, 3:29 left to go first period. They go to Kirk in the corner. Kirk finally decides to take the three. It's off the back rim, no good. Rebound taken out by Gamble. So Bailey Gamble gets a big snatch there out of the rim, and the Tigers come down the floor. Davis goes to Gamble on the left side, back to Davis, head of the key. Now to Davis, stops about 12 feet away, finds Callahan open underneath. She lays it up and in.
Good look by Davis.
That cuts the lead to 2 now, 7-5. Bobcats up. Maddie Kirk across the timeline, working into the circle, trying to get a shot in the lane. It's off, no good. Rebound's going to be put up and in. As McNairy County had the goal posted out, they were 3-1 underneath. Now there's going to be a steal at midcourt. Coming up with it, it's Davis. Davis drives in the lane, puts up the shot, missed it, got her own rebound. Outside, now here's a three-pointer. It's off, no good, and batted out of bounds. Going up for the three-pointer was Chloe Shelton. An errant bounce off the back rim, and it goes out of bounds. Touched last by the Bobcats. Give it to Hardin County in the backcourt. They go to Davis. Now to Barrier on the left side. Gamble down in the corner left side. To Haley Hardin. Comes around. Now she's guarded by Montgomery. On the right side, Nary stayed in the man-to-man all night so far. Tigers have 2. Here's a pass on the low post that goes from Gamble out to Davis. It's going to be knocked out, but touched last by McNairy County. 1:48 left to go in the quarter. This thing is ripping by here. Only one free throw. And the Tigers work it. Davis now on the right side to Barrier. To Hardin. Hardin drives in, puts the shot off the back, no good, but a whistle is going to put her on the line. Foul's going to be on Madison Montgomery, her first. That's the team's second. And Haley Hardin on the line. Man, she used everything, but she got it to go. Into the game comes Molly Pierce. And who else? Riley. Riley Strickland, okay. Second shot's off, no good. So Hardin's going to hit 1 out of 2 there. And it's 9-6 Bobcats now. Here's a pass inside to Davis. Brianna Davis kicks it outside once again to Kirk. Here's a shot off the left wing for 3. Misses everything. Madison Montgomery didn't have an angle on that one. And with 1:20 left to go here in the first period, the Tigers will take it out in the backcourt to get it into Strickland. Now to Davis. Davis going to be fouled. And this will not be a shooting. It's going to be on Davis. That's her second. Third team foul. Tigers only have one. Non-shooting. With it now is Riley Strickland. On the left side, they go to Harden in the corner. She's going to back it back out. Swing from left side to the head of the key. Now to Strickland. Here is Atkins. Right side, or Pierce rather. Now to Harden. 48 seconds. Harden picks up a dribble. Goes to Molly Pierce on the right wing. Back to Harden. She's going to try the left side this time. Gets it over to Davis. Davis is going to penetrate the lane. Puts the shot up. Won't go. Rebound taken down by Kirk. Outlet pass down the floor. As they throw it down to Montgomery on the baseline. And Montgomery's going to throw it all the way back to the center court line. And it will be fielded as a backcourt violation by Maddie Kirk. Give it to the Tigers with 24 seconds remaining in the first period. Harden takes the inbounds pass, gets it over now to Davis. Davis back to Harden. Tigers opportunity to tie here with a three. Davis drives in the lane, goes underneath, finds Callahan open. She lays it up and in.
That's another good look by Davis.
Another good pass and shot combination with Callahan and Davis. Now at the buzzer, there's a shot by the Bobcats. It's off, no good. That's the end of the quarter, and the Tigers have cut it to one. So with the first quarter done, it's McNairy County 9, Tigers 8. We'll be back in 1 minute. The score after one. McNairy County Bobcats lead, but the Tigers have the basketball and can take the lead with this possession. Callahan comes out, takes the pass from Harden, goes on the left side now to Davis. Now at the barrier, she has it stripped away and stolen there by Brianna Davis. She falls to the floor, finally picked up there by Lena Taylor for the Bobcats. And backing out now is Bailey Shelton. Looking on the right side, goes to Allie Austin, into Davis in the paint. She goes in for the shot. She hit it, and she's fouled.
2-point basket, Brianna Davis. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot one. Foul is going to be on number 00, Callahan, from 13 seconds.
Callahan gets the foul. Davis gets the bucket. And on the line for the free throw, she missed it. Fight for the rebounds, out of bounds, touch last by the Bobcats. It's going to be Tiger basketball. Trailing 11-8 now, 7:25 left to go in the first quarter. Callahan, a Harden, double team back there, back to Callahan, it's going to be thrown away. The pass was a little hard and to the right to Callahan, who was leaning to left and just could not make the recovery. It will be Bobcat basketball on the baseline. Inbounds, they go to Taylor. Taylor over to and driving with the shot is Shelton. She missed it. Rebound is going to be put up and in by Brooklyn Hopkins, who's checked in. Callahan, Harden beat the press easily, get it across the timeline. Stop on the right side of Davis at the head of the key. She'll drive. Get it over now to Harden. Harden outside the barrier. Barrier looking, stopping just to the right of the lane. Now to Harden for the three. It's off, no good. Rebound, Kirk. Kirk's outlet pass to Taylor. Taylor holds it up, waits for Maddie to get in the lane, and then finally gets it over to and going up for the easy layup is Hopkins. She's got 4 quick as she's come off the bench here in the second quarter. Now there's a collision in the backcourt as Harden and Kirk butt heads there. It's out of bounds. They say Kirk touched it last. So the Tigers will retain possession. They get it to Barrier. Now to Gamble on the left side for three. In and out. Won't go. Rebound Kirk. Kirk shifting from the left lane to the right lane. Goes in the paint. Puts up the shot. And they're going to call her for traveling. She hit the shot, by the way. It'll be waved off, and the floor mistake will give it to the Tigers. 6:09 left to go, second. 15-8. Now a steal by the Bobcats to get it under to Kirk. And she gets a blast from behind there from Haley Harden, and Haley went straight to her and helped her off the floor. But Harden's going to get her first foul, and man, it was a good one. Kirk is going to go to the line shooting two. First shot's good. 15-8. Out comes Barrier, in comes Strickland. And she hits both of them. So, Maddie Kirk was 6 now. Tigers work it up. They'll get it to Davis in the right side and then over to the left of Callahan. And they left Callahan. They're leaving her wide open underneath. And she laid it up and in. That cuts the lead now to 17-10. Now there's a double dribble call.
You know, they're really overplaying Haley. If you notice that, trying to keep her in check. Keep her in check from no one else to score. Yeah. But you know, when that happens, somebody else has got to step up.
And Bobcats throw it away, and the Tigers will take it out in the backcourt. Good play there by Gamble, helping force that. Now Davis drives in the lane, stops, puts a shot up, rolls off the back, and rebound by Montgomery. Montgomery running for the Bobcats, goes to Kirk on the right side, drives in the lane. She's going to get called for traveling.
What, 4 or 5?
Callahan helped make that happen. She put her hand out there, and the pass that Kirk was going to make couldn't be made, and she ended up traveling. So good defense there by the Lady Tigers. 17-10. Tigers down, but with the basketball and the temperament to cut this lead on this trip down the floor. They finally get it down to Gamble. She's going to be called for traveling. I saw it. You saw it. And the official was about 3 seconds late.
So, you know, it's just amazing to me. We're in the last game of the season, and there's been 7 ball violations by both teams. I mean, just mental mistakes.
That and some defensive pressure, too, though. You got to hand it to that. Bobcats down, and Shelton puts a shot up for 3. It hits the rim, goes up and hits the supports. As it was coming back down, it will be Tiger basketball. Out of bounds, and now they get to Strickland, now to Gamble, over to Harden. Tigers having a little bit of trouble beating this press. They finally get it over to Strickland. Right side to Harden, giving the open 3. Banked it, but missed it. Rebound taken down, and Shelton will clear it out for the Bobcats with 4:45 left to go in the second period. 17-10 Bobcats. With a 3 off of the left side, which is off, no good. Saved in by Davis, and chased back out. Bobcats still control. Taylor with it, right side now. Driving, 12-foot jumper from the right, no good. Fight for the rebound. Tigers will end up with it. Davis comes out of it running. She's got a 1-on-2. She's going to stop. Go back outside now to Strickland. Lob underneath to Callahan's going to be stolen this time by Hopkins. And the Bobcats will bring it back down the floor now. Pass it down on the baseline. Here's a jumper blocked by Callahan. Loose ball, and now we're going to call a foul on the floor underneath the basket. It's going to be on Callahan, her second. That's the team's 4th foul. Inbounding is Shelton. Shelton into Kirk. She loses it. It's going to be picked up by
And then we throw it back away. Oh, my gosh.
Strickland goes to Davis with it. I mean, it was like 3 feet, and she shoved the pass at her, and Ashton did not have time to react. And it goes out of bounds. And now into the game comes Katie Atkins. Out comes Callahan. Shelton will inbound it for the Bobcats. 3:58 left to go in the second. It's 17-10. Bobcats on top. Here's a three by Kirk. That's no good. Saved inbounds, but right into the hands of Elston Davis. Davis goes down, goes in the corner. Is forced out there by Kirk, and will get it in the corner and save it back to Harden, who's out at the head of the key. She roams a little bit to the right side now and gets it to Gamble. Gamble to Strickland. Over to Davis, and reaching in on the pass there was Lena Taylor. She touched it last as it goes out of bounds. They're going to give it to Hardin County with Davis side court. Now to Strickland, to Davis, to Hardin. 3:24 now, left in the half. Tigers with the basketball, down by 7. They need a bucket here. Hardin, guarded by Kirk on the left side now to Atkins. Now stopping and shooting is Strickland. She gets the bank. It's a deuce, but it was well timed. The Tigers needed it. 3:03. Tigers down by 5. Bobcats working it to Kirk at the line. She'll go underneath. Get it to Hopkins. Hopkins is in the books for 6 tonight. And the lead is 7. The Tigers work it and will throw it into the backcourt. It's going to be saved by Kirk, who will go in, stop, and score. Tigers miscued again, and Kirk made them pay. And she got the steal, took it in for the layup, and it's 21-12, 9 points, biggest lead of the night. As the Tigers go to Gamble on the left side, now to Atkins in the corner. She's going to dribble down, step on the blue there. I think it's probably the O of the Bobcat that she stepped on. And that will turn it over. Out comes Strickland. In comes Barrier. Also, Kylie Jo Ramsey in the game for the Lady Tigers. On the right side, Bobcats work with it. Taylor to Kirk inside. Shot up and no good, blocked by Ramsey. And Hopkins finding the going a lot tougher in there with Ramsey.
Yeah, she's a lot taller. She matches up against their big girls on the inside, height for height.
The swat's out of bounds. It'll give it to the Bobcats, and they will roll it on the line as they try to get it in to Hopkins. Hopkins can't handle it and kind of just barely kicked it with her toe to roll on the line. Give it to the Tigers. Harden in trouble. Tries to bounce it off of Shelton. Shelton gets it off, goes to Kirk. Kirk's shot won't go. Rebound fall forward. A whistle and a foul is going to be called underneath. And the foul is going to be on Harden, her second. That's the team's 5th. 1:51 left to go in the half. Inbounds pass and a long 3 put up and no good by Taylor. Coming with the follow is Kirk. She missed it. Rebound taken down by Barrier. Neely Barrier up the floor. Hesitates, goes on the left side. Stolen away there momentarily by Brianna Davis, but she will give it out of bounds. On the left side, give it to Hardin County with 1:34 left to go. So
Allie Austin in the game for the Lady Cats.
Haley Harden sits down. In comes Strickland for a little breather. Now to Davis, to Barrier. Now they try to pass it over to Strickland on the right side, batted away, but Davis controls it. Tigers still have it, 119 now. Down 21-12. Davis goes to Gamble, who's crossed the lane. Under and going up for the shot is Ramsey. She missed the shot, but she's fouled, and she will go to the line.
That's a good job by her calling for the basketball. She got an opening right there in the middle of the paint. took it to the basket with a left hand, just didn't come up with it, but got the foul.
Foul was on Taylor, her first. First shot by Kylie Joe was off, no good. She can cut it to 8 with this one, and she does.
And the second free throw good.
21-13. Bobcats go to Hopkins in the paint. Puts the shot up, kind of forces it up. Rebound and snatched out of there by Gamble. Gamble working it up the floor. Over to Strickland. Strickland in the corner now. Here's Barrier for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound, Shelton. 46 seconds. Down the floor to Taylor. Taylor looking to get it to Kirk on the other side. Finally, Taylor takes the 3. Off, no good. Rebound, they're going to let it. The Tigers wonder what they were doing, but they're letting it go out off of the shot. And but when they had an ample opportunity to get it and go with it, but they just let it go out. And Strickland will dribble across the timeline with 29 seconds left to go in the half. Left side to Barrier. Now to Davis on the right. To Strickland, right wing. Now Barrier to Gamble. Gamble stops 8 feet away. Tries to get it back, hoping that they get a 3 out of Barrier there. But Barrier goes in for the shot, and I think she's going to be called for a charge. Indeed, the universal sign for I got a bad headache or charge. And it's 21-13 now. Bobcats have the ball with 7 seconds left to go. In the half. You get it across to Kirk. Kirk stops, guns with 3, missed it. Rebound. That's it. The horn sounds and the first half comes to a close. Lady Tigers trail 21-13, but they've got 16 more minutes of basketball at least left to go. So perhaps we can go to the locker room and come out with some ideas on how to get this back in order in the second half. So 21-13 the score. We'll take a pause here for a word from our gracious sponsors, and we'll come back after these words. Don't touch that dial. Halftime of the first game of the night. Will Sharp along with Steve Carnell, and we're just having a big old time up here. It feels a little cooler. Now, I thought I might announce that. Maybe they've turned some of the heat off. But the halftime score in the first game tonight is McNairy on top 21-13. Lady Tigers struggling to put an end to the excessive floor mistakes, excessive bad passes and those kinds of things have plagued them all year long.
Yeah, it's been an ugly game for both teams, really. They've had a lot of turnover. We've had a lot of violations, 7 or 8 times they've been called for traveling, both teams. Those type of things are kind of mental mistakes. And both teams have struggled a little bit with the press, too, and pressure. They really have worked hard, McNairy has, of keeping Haley Harden off that three-point line. I think last time they played, she had about 12 by halftime. So they really worked hard to do that. But, in doing that and kind of double-teaming her, somebody's got to be open. We just haven't been able to find that somebody. Now, Claire's
got 7.
Claire's had a good game, and Davis has had a couple of good assists to her. Cardi Joel Ramsey came in and got to the line and had a couple of good trips down the floor defensively. And she makes a difference inside because she's tall, long, and lean. She sticks both of those hands up, arms up. It's tough, and you can see that they had to alter some of their shots. But Claire, she's tough inside. She's going to battle. But, it's 21-13, and I'm sure both coaches are saying it ought to be a lot closer than this. And we'll see what Coach Lott wants to do on his side and what Coach Kurt wants to do when they come out. We're really slowing the tempo down. And that's what we've really done the last couple of weeks of the season.
One thing I'll say for McNairy is they have put it up. I mean, they're not the least bit shy about throwing the three up. I bet they've missed at least 10 threes in the first half.
They've had a lot of open looks.
And getting open shots. But if you can't hit them, that's probably what we want them to do is to take the threes.
Yeah.
One of the two things that impacted that half is that Brooklyn Hopkins came in for McNairy in the second quarter and whipped off 6 unanswered points, and she really was having her way in there until we did go with Ramsey down there with her, and that put an end to that. So I'm expecting to see Kylie Joe get some more time in the second half, and she's a junior. She'll be back next year. We're looking forward to that for sure. But right now, again, there's not a whole lot to win, nothing to lose, and not a whole lot to win by playing hard tonight. Particularly since we're probably going to end up playing them in that first round up in Henderson on Friday.
It'll be on a neutral site, and anything can happen in any game. We get a couple of girls get hot from outside and play some defense, and anything can happen when it gets tournament time, and the stranger things always happen.
Well, if you've been around Jerry Lott, as long as I've been around Jerry Lott and watched his teams play, you know that he's going to make his girls play maximum defensive effort. And what I noticed in the first half is we didn't get that many three-point shots.
Yeah.
I mean, they've covered Barrier up, they've covered Gamble up, and they've covered Harden up, and those are the three-point threats we have. And they just hadn't had that many shots out. As a matter of fact, we did not score a three-pointer in the first half.
Well, we scored 8 in the first quarter. We got 13 in the half. That tells you how much they turned the pressure up. But you've seen all the other 3 teams. You've seen McNairy now twice. You've seen Lexington twice. You've seen Chester County twice. I mean, if you were a betting man, who do you think's number 1?
I got to say that probably Chester County, maybe McNairy.
Yeah.
It'll be a close run between the two of them.
Chester County, they have the Williamson girl. She can go. They have the girl inside that can go. They're built, McNairy and Chester kind of built the same.
And they're very well coached as well.
Yeah.
So I would say those two teams.
But Lexington's playing well, and Lexington beat Chester County.
Again, it's a toss-up. Yeah. In the girls' game, it's definitely a toss-up in the boys' game in the district.
Well, last year about this time, Lexington got a win over us, and played well, and then we got them in the tournament, ended up beating them, but it was a tough game in the tournament.
Yeah.
Ended up beating them in that. But, like I said, anything can happen tournament time, this time of year. This is a tough night to play anyway. It's a makeup game. It's Valentine's.
Well, one of the reasons I chose Chester County for the girls is they will be having a home game.
Yeah, they'll have a home.
That's big in high school basketball. So teams that are that close, it used to say back in the day it was a 7 to 8 point advantage. Nowadays, I don't think that it's that much, but it's still quite an advantage for a team to play on its home floor. I mean, you're comfortable there. You practice there. You're used to the atmosphere there. And that, as we mentioned, the goals tonight, that was a huge problem for players the first time and every time they come here and play in this gym when they have to look at that thing sort of sticking out in the middle of nowhere. Vanderbilt Gymnasium used to have the same impact on people because it swooped down from the sides, and it's just like it was floating on a cloud out there in the middle of nowhere. That was hard.
Our best shooting game though was at Chester County, I thought.
Yeah, and again, I think that today's game, it's gotten a little bit less intimidating with the home floor. We'll take a quick pause here for another minute. We'll come back with the third quarter right after these words. .13, the halftime score. 2 more 8-minute segs to go. And Bailey Shelton will be inbounded for the Bobcats, giving them the advantage here off the get-go in the third quarter. Gets it into Taylor. Taylor goes on the left side now to Allie Austin. Now they've put Hopkins in the middle there now. Kirk's not on the floor. Driving, putting up a shot off the right side is Austin. The rebound's going to be put up and missed it. Rebound, another rebound. The Tigers still can't get the rebound. Underneath is Hopkins, I think about 3 inches taller than everybody down there, just dominated, and she's going to be fouled. She's going to be fouled by Bailey Gamble, her first of the night. First for the Tigers in the second half. Shot by Hopkins is off, no good. Now Kirk has come off the bench real quick. Second shot's off, no good either. Callahan with the rebound. Now to Barrier. Right side to Davis. To Gamble. Further right. Now to Harden. Takes the long three. In and out, no good. Rebound, Hopkins. With it is Shelton into the full court to Taylor. Back to Shelton. Taylor for three off the right side. Off, no good. Saved inbounds. Put up the shot is Davis. Davis was underneath for the rebound. The ball almost went out. It was slapped back in right into her hands. She laid it up and in. 23-13. 10 points. The biggest lead of the night. Haley Harden on the left side now to Gamble. Now to Barrier. Barrier goes, has it slapped away there by Lena Taylor. And it's out of bounds. It's going to be off of the Bobcats. Give it to Hardin County with 6:41 left to go, third period, rather. 23-13. It's digressing there for a moment. Strickland. Riley Strickland, sophomore, with the ball on the right wing. Picks up a dribble, in trouble there, but finally gets it off to Callahan in the corner. Now to Harden, who will come right back in her footsteps, guarded by Kirk, who is now in the game for the Bobcats. Go to Gamble. Gamble over to Strickland. Strickland reverse pivot at the post, and now we'll go back to Harden, who's going to back out. Get a pick from Strickland. Pass is through Strickland's hands. Picked up by Gamble. Now to Barrier in the corner, left side. She drives in the lane. Going to go up for the shot. Missed it. Rebound Callahan. Back to Barrier. Now she takes a three. It's off. No good. Rebound Bobcats. Bailey Shelton with the rebound. Down on the other end for three on the right. It's off. No good by Kirk. Rebound is Gamble. 5:30 left to go here in the third. 23-13. Tigers down by 10. They've stopped McNairy scoring, but they got to make up some points here. Strickland tries to go to Harden on the left wing. Almost stolen by Taylor, but knocked out of bounds. Very close to Coach Kirk there on who's walking the floor near the bench. Tigers have the inbounds pass. They get it over now to Strickland. She'll move to the right and then go right back to the left. Now in the paint goes Barrier. Her shot, her dribble is going to be stolen away by Kirk. Kirk will take it down, only guarded from behind there by Harden, and she'll lay it up and in. Maddie Kirk has her 10th point on the night. And the Tigers work the perimeter, now down by a dozen. Here's a three-pointer. It's in and out by Gamble. She can't buy one. Tigers can't score. It's out of bounds. Touch last by McNairy. We're going to give it to the Tigers at backcourt. Into the game comes Molly Pierce. Out comes Barrier. Gamble has it left side now. Harden for three off the left. Rattled, but won't foul. Rebound. It looks like the Bobcats are going to be guilty. Oh, it's going to be a foul on Callahan. I thought they were pointing to the other way.
That's her third.
And that's three on her. 25-13, 4:33 left to go, third period. Bobcats work it over to Kirk. Back to Shelton. Left side Montgomery underneath, and now there's a loose ball that gets out of bounds and touched last by the Tigers. I think perhaps it was Pierce who touched it last. Might have been Harden, I don't know. Inbound, now here's a three from the deep corner left side, and I mean.
3-point basket, Lena Taylor.
And so Lena Taylor comes in off the bench and knocks down a three, and she was over in the far deep corner behind the basket. I don't know how she missed the backboard. 28-13 now. 15 points. Tigers get it over now to Gamble on the right side. She's in the corner looking for some help. Gets it outside now to Pierce. Pierce back to Gamble. Tries to shove it off there to Ramsey, who's back in the game. It's a loose ball in the lanes, picked up and controlled by Taylor. Bobcats are in control down the floor. They'll go to Shelton. Here's a long three, in and out, and rebound's going to be taken down by Strickland. Out down the floor, her pass intended for Gamble is going to be stolen away by the Bobcats. And down the floor they go for the shot as Lena Taylor tried to get it underneath to Bailey Shelton. And she was fouled by Kylie Jo Ramsey, who made up a lot of ground just to be there for that shot. She picks up the foul, though. That's her first. And Bailey Shelton shooting two, hits one, and another. So the Tigers are down by 17 with 3:17 left to go in the third. As Gamble dribbles across, gets it to Strickland. She's picked up a dribble. She's in trouble. Needs some help. Finally gets it by Molly Pierce. Back to Strickland. Kirk just dogging Harden's every footstep. Katie Atkins on the left side. Now to Strickland. She saves it inbounds. Stolen away there by Austin. Austin's outlet pass goes to Shelton. Shelton goes for the fast break. She lays it up and in, and it's 32-13. Timeout on the floor. Timeout Hardin County. We'll take a 30-second pause. We'll come back. Tigers trail 32-13. So, head coach Brandon Kirk called timeout to settle the Tigers down and give them some more weapons, hopefully help them get back in this game. They're down by 19 now. Tigers work it up the floor. They go to Gamble on the left, way outside. Now over to Barrier on the right. Now to Harden, tries a long three. Banked it, missed it. Rebound, kicked out there to Kirk. Kirk is stopping at midcourt, going left side now to Shelton, back to Kirk. Now driving back to Shelton for the three on the right side. This is good. I thought it was going to be way off. Bailey Shelton picks up her 7th point on the night. And it's 35-13. Tigers have not scored with 1:57 to go in the third period. Now to Gamble for three, and she hit it. Bailey Gamble hits the three.
3-point basket.
And cuts the lead to 19. Pass in the paint. Kirk goes in. Shot off the front rim. Actually came off the front rim, but she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Harden. That's 3 on Haley. And Maddie Kirk on the line shooting 2, and she missed it. The first one, that is. Second one got the bounce, yeah. 1:38 left to go in the third, 36-16. It's a 20-point game now. Tigers need to make up some ground and make it up fast. Harden on the left side. Goes against Kirk one-on-one. Gets a pick there by Gamble, drives in, puts up a hook shot, no good. As Ramsey goes in fighting with Davis for the rebound. The loose ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Davis. Give it to the Lady Tigers. 1:21 now. 36-16 Bobcats. Inbounds pass is going to hit Gamble in the feet and perhaps maybe hit Shelton rather. They're going to give it to Hardin County side court. He just squirted straight out on a roll and rolled out of bounds. On the left side, the Tigers take it. Barrier moves back to the middle to Gamble in the circle. She goes on the dribble. Spin moves, gets it out to Harden. Now over to Davis on the baseline to Harden. Harden's going to have an open three off the right. Won't go. Rebound Kirk. And it looks like the Tigers' Barrier is going to pick up a foul on the rebound.
They called that on Kirk.
Called it on Kirk? Oh my. I got to.
McNairy fans don't like that down there. But
I got to say, as loyal as I am, that was a bad call.
Yeah.
Well, they called it on Kirk.
We'll take it.
That's her first, and she's no damage.
Well, she had plenty to give.
Take the basketball. Now, the Tigers work it outside. Davis has it to Gamble. Gamble's backed out a bit. Now spin move into the circle. In the corner now. Here's Barrier for three. Drained it. Jeannie Barrier. Tigers have 2 threes in this quarter. They haven't scored one all night. 27 seconds. Bobcats are going to throw it away. And the Tigers can make up some ground here. They're down by 17. A bucket here with 26 seconds left. Give them at least some daylight going into the fourth quarter. Into the game comes Chloe Shelton. Out comes Allie Austin. Tigers will inbound it to Gamble. She lobs it cross court now to Harden. Harden covered up by Kirk. Now to Davis on the left side, drives in the paint, gets it underneath the Kylie Joe. Missed the layup, rebound taken down by Austin. Down the floor they go with it with 7 seconds. They throw it to Kirk, and it's through her hands out of bounds. Bobcats making lots of little mistakes right here.
Threw it right to Coach Lott. He just held on to it and stared at her a minute.
3 seconds. We just got to go. Got to get a shot off, but we're not going to. It's covered up as Barrier had it and was trying to get it to Gamble lower, and neither one of them could get a shot off. So that's the end of the quarter. 36-19. Bobcats on top. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and head to quarter number 4. Stay with us. Hope you're enjoying tonight's, let me say that again. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast from Selma. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell, and we got Jane Haggard on the board tonight. And glad to have her join us with this broadcast. Right now it's fourth quarter action. Tigers have the basketball, trailing 36-19. A 3 would be good right here. As Barrier has it left wing to Davis on the other side. Davis drives, puts up an 8-foot jumper, got it. So the Lady Tigers draw first blood in the fourth quarter. They were outscored 15-6 in the third quarter. Bobcats get it to Kirk across the timeline. They go on the right side. There's a 3 that's off and no good by Davis. Rebounds, put up another shot. Didn't see who made it, but Kirk comes out with a rebound. Out in the corner to Davis. Davis goes right through the hands of Gamble. She'll lose the battle with Shelton at midcourt. Bobcats with it. To Shelton. Heading into the lane goes Kirk, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called. And it's going to be on Callahan. That's her fourth. So she is in jeopardy of being ejected from the game.
Yeah, she's going to have to be real careful.
Here's a steal by Gamble. Gamble gets it across the timeline, holds it up, gets it now to Davis, who's come just over the line and goes down the line. Going to put up a hook shot. I think it was partially blocked, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called.
23 Davis on the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Tigers. Foul's going to be on Allie Austin, her second.
That is the second foul on Allie Austin. To the line goes Ashton Davis. First shot is off, no good. 15 points of difference. Every point counts at this juncture of the game. She missed them both. Rebound taken down by Austin. Now they get it into the forecourt. Kirk stops in the paint. Kicks it back outside now to Shelton for 3. Man. That was sweet if you're a Bobcat fan. 39-21. Davis outside. Goes to Harden on the right wing. Guarded by, as you would guess, Kirk. Down in the corner now, they lob inside, try to get it to Katie Atkins, and she loses the handle. To be picked up by the Bobcats, and they're back down the floor with 6:11 left in the game. Here's a three-pointer off the left side, and Chloe Shelton found a hot hand here. She's got 9 now, 6 in this quarter. And it's 42-21. Tigers down by 21. Hardin County working the perimeter, still man-to-man. As Davis goes in, tries to pass it underneath to Atkins. Instead, it goes right into the hands of Maddie Kirk. She gets the steal. Lady Bobcats down the floor. They go on the left side. Here's another three-pointer. And Chloe Shelton is in the zone, and now there's timeout on the floor. Timeout, Hardin County. 5:33 left to go here in the fourth. And we're going to take a 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back. (45-21). Bobcats off of the hand of Chloe Shelton, who has 12 for the game now, 9 in this quarter alone, has kind of snatched the Cinderella idea away. And the Tigers now trying to play for respect in here. Here's a pass down in the corner. The Tigers try to work as an attempted steal there, and a whistle and a foul call. It's going to be on Taylor, her second.
Foul's going to be on number 22, Gamble, her second.
No, they're calling that on Gamble. Check that. Sorry. I thought we were lining up to passive inbounds. These officials are hard to figure. Anyway, Lena Taylor will now bring it in to Kirk over to Montgomery. Driving layup is going to be blocked by Ramsey. Loose ball picked up by the Tigers, and down the floor goes Barrier over to Gamble. Long three, it's off, no good. Rebound, Bobcats. Across the timeline comes Montgomery. Down in the corner now to Shelton. Now, quick pass down to the baseline and back to Shelton. She goes in for the layup, crossing the lane right to left and missed it, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called. And the foul is going to be on Haley Hardin. Picks up her fourth. First shot by Shelton is off, no good.
Number 32, Hannah Miller.
And that's kind of irregular when you hit three successive three-pointers and then you miss a free throw.
Second free throw, good.
Well, she hits the second one. She's got 13 now. Out comes Chloe Shelton. Tigers down by 25 now. Haley Hardin across the timeline. Works right. Now to Ashton Davis, who I thought might have been fouled there by Wade. Naraya Wade, I think is how you pronounce it. Tigers still have it. Hardin tries the baseline, back outside to Gamble. Gamble for three. Short rebound, Wade. She'll dribble down the floor. On the right side now to Montgomery. Montgomery to Wade. Back over on the left. A driving jumper. It's going to be off, no good, as Ramsey ties it up there with Davis on the rebound. And there will be Bobcat basketball on the alternation. 104 minutes, over halfway gone here in the fourth quarter. Tigers down 46-21. Inbound pass and a quick jumper's up and no good by Davis. Ashton Davis for the Tigers with the rebound, takes it down, puts it up on the fast break, misses it, rebound, taken down by Kirk. Maddie Kirk only 11 points tonight, but has been a major factor in this game because she has shut down Haley Harden. Lena Taylor, left side to Madison Montgomery. Back to Taylor, she'll try the three. Back rim, high bounce off the rim, and a fight for the rebound. And they say Gamble steps out of bounds. Into the game comes Brooklyn Hopkins. Out comes Brianna Davis. Inbounds, Taylor. Taylor under, and a turnaround jumper up and good by Brooklyn Hopkins. And this young lady is impressive coming off the bench, so she comes in and scores every time. 48-21. Haley Harden over to Gamble in the corner now is stripped, or rather Hannah Miller. Miller with it. Under pressure, gets it off to Harden. Back to Gamble, now to Miller. Miller looking for Harden outside. Harden goes in the paint, gets it over to Davis. Davis puts a shot up. It's going to be blocked by Davis, Brianna Davis. And down the floor they go with it as they get it out to Lena Taylor. And Taylor is going to take it in and find a range. And call that on the right. The rise away. Now there are substitutes for both teams. Katie Atkins on the floor. Also, Kaylee Stanfield. Barrier still in the game. To Strickland. On the left side, Atkins has it. Or rather, that's Pierce. Now, in the corner, Pierce gets it. Takes it down the baseline, kicks it back outside to Atkins. Under and driving in for the shot is Stanford. Missed it, loose ball. Finally picked up by Pierce, and a lob underneath to Atkins. The barrier on the right side. Barrier now, cross court. Gets it over to Pierce in the lane, kicks it outside, barrier for three. Won't go, rebound Montgomery. 1 minute left in the game. As the Lady Tigers will fall once again here, and there's a steal kicked away and picked up there by Molly Pierce. Pierce over. Now with it is Stanford. Now to Barrier. There's a three-pointer. It's off, no good, and kicked out of bounds. The three-pointer was put up by Pierce, and the loose ball is going to be awarded to the Tigers. A host of substitutions for McNairy with 31 seconds remaining. Tigers with it. Is a long three-pointer from the corner, which is up, and that's Miller. That's going to be Hannah Miller, yeah, for a three. And with 13 seconds left, the Bobcats are going to throw it away. And the Tigers take it down with Miller on the dribble. That was a driving shot. It's off, no good. 3 seconds, 2, 1. That's it. Ball game's over. And the Lady Tigers fall 50-24 at the hands of the Lady Bobcats here in the Roundhouse tonight. Not what you wanted to see, but it is opening the door to do something on Friday night in the first round of the tournament, District 13 tournament.
They got hot in the third and fourth quarter. They started knocking down some threes, and then it was just McNairy's game plan to keep Haley from doing anything, and they put their best player on her, best defensive player in the Kirk. And she did her job, kept her away from the basketball as much as possible, driving. And we just didn't shoot the ball, and that's kind of been a theme the last several weeks of this season, where we're getting open looks and stuff. We just cannot get it in the basket.
Well, to me it appears as though I was thinking that if you added up all the shots we took, if we hit them, we still wouldn't have won the game. We're not getting that many shots.
Yeah.
We're coming down, we're shooting once, no rebounds, and then one on the other end. You got to have at least a quality number of shots to have a chance of winning, because you're only going to hit so many percentage-wise. We're just not getting enough shots off.
Well, what we're doing offensively kind of works against us in a way where we're playing a slow down tempo, which is okay. But when you have an open look, you got to knock it down, because what that's going to do is limit your possessions. It also limits theirs. But what they're doing, what they did tonight, and what other teams have done, is rebound the ball on their offensive side, and they're getting 2, 3, and 4 chances at it. We're getting one and done, and that's it.
Well, I bet if you compared the number of shots taken by both teams, they wouldn't even be comparable.
Yeah.
And that is generally going to be a lost proposition unless you are just red, unconscious hot. And to show what unconscious was, Chloe Shelton came in off the bench and knocked down 3 successive threes and put a dagger through the Tigers' hopes. So, final score: McNairy County 50, Hardin County 24 in the opening game. We've got boys action headed your way here in just a few minutes. So stay with us here on K93, your number one sports station in West Tennessee, as we will be back after these words from our sponsors. That's confusing with Lexington. All right, first game of the night's done. We got boys action heading your way right here on K93. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell having a big time up here tonight. The temperature, as we said, has dropped a bit. It's not nearly as uncomfortable as it was earlier. So thanks to the administration for taking care of that for us. And Steve was just talking good information about the tournament, and what did you find out?
Well, they're meeting tomorrow, so the times, we know it's going to be Friday and Saturday. Girls Friday, boys Saturday. I think 1 and 4, I always thought they played at 6, but I may be wrong. It could be a 7:30 game, but we'll know for sure tomorrow, so be sure to tune in, and the 93.5 will have it. The times, looks like the boys are going to be in that number 2 spot no matter what happens here tonight, so it could be the early game for them on Saturday, but we'll know more tomorrow once they get how their meeting and everything gets decided and who does what, where, and when, and we'll bring that to you. But this should be a good one, Bill, tonight. You know, it was a good first half last week, and then the Tigers absolutely exploded in the second quarter, in the second half, scoring 50 and a half. And, you know, talking to Coach Geyer on Saturday morning at Sports Talk, he was talking about, you know, we've been looking for that game. We've been close to something like that, but, you know, it just happened, and some kids that were on the brink of really, you know, scoring a lot of points and stuff, did that. Jackson Burdine had a great night, had 25 points in that game, so he opened up a little bit. And then Caleb had a really good game inside. Carter Smith played a lot of minutes inside. Caleb got in some foul trouble. And then I know JT hit you know, a couple of threes, and Wheeler had his game. I think he had a quiet about 18, something like that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Garrett Smith played really well defensively, so it was a good night all the way around.
No question. And nights like that can either explode with greatness into subsequent games, or it can be something that brings you down.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it happen both ways. Let's hope that the Tigers are able to put 2 games like that together in a row.
Well, you've coached, so, I mean, you'll find this a question you know, I'd like to get your answer. But you just beat a team a couple of days ago by 25. I mean, you just took them behind the woodshed, beat them, and then
spanked them good, yeah.
Yeah, and then you turn around a couple of days later, and you're back right here in their home court. You know they want to end well by getting a big win over us. So how do you coach your team after putting a 25 on them a couple of days ago?
I think probably what I would probably do is to try to take the pressure off of them and say, look, guys, just go out there and do the best you can. Don't, you know, let the past be the past. Play the game like you did last time, or at least attempt to. Don't try to, you know, do anything magical. Just do what you know how to do.
Yeah.
And if it's in the cards for you to win, you'll win. If not, then there's nothing you can do anyway. So just go play your game.
Well, that's the thing about this game. You get a big win, and then, of course, this game really doesn't mean anything as far as tournament seedings. All that's set. So you got a little bit of that going for you, too, other than some pride. And hey, how you doing? Coach Brown coming up here and speaking with us. Good to see him. Coach Brian Brown, he's longtime coach over here at McNairy and coach at Hardin County as well, and good to see him. It's been a while.
Well, I also wanted to say to all the listeners tonight, I hope you had a great Valentine's Day, and I hope you got a chance to hug on your sweetheart. I'd like to say a happy Valentine's Day to my lovely wife, Kim. And I know you want to say something to Stacy.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, and I'm spending mine with Bill, and he's wanting to take his shirt off, so I don't know what's going to happen on the way home.
You are absolutely incorrigible. All right, we got the starting lineups ready for us right now, so we're just going to go with it. First, Garrett Smith's being introduced for the Tigers.
Number 5, Wheeler Wilkes.
Wheeler Wilkes. Wearing number 5, Tigers in maroon, visiting maroon, with gray numerals that are very hard to see from a distance.
Number 12,
I might add.
Davis.
J.T. Smith.
And
He's a junior.
number 3, Caleb McGee.
Garrett's a senior, and Wheeler is a senior. Next, Tanner Davis, a junior. And last but not least, Caleb McGee, number 33. And the highest number on the team, head coach Ryan Geyer. Stacy Riley, the head coach of the Bobcats. And they announced Tanner Kirk. Nate Moore, who scored 27 points.
Yeah, Nate can play.
Yeah, he made a believer out of me the other night.
He can shoot from anywhere. So
Ethan Johnston, Simon Whitaker,
and number 24,
Jabari Melton, who had a good game the other night against us.
yeah, he got hurt early, so it's good to see him back. He turned an
It
ankle.
doesn't seem like his ankle is giving him too much trouble. There's a little brace, I think, on.
He's pretty
right
physical inside. He's their blocker. You know, he likes to block shots. So, and they always shoot the ball well over here too. So this is going to be a tough game for us to come out of here alive.
Tanner Davis will be jumping with Melton, and we'll be underway here before you know it. So get close to the radio or the television, and let's see what happens here. The tap will be controlled by the Bobcats. Across the timeline comes Moore. Moore, left side of Whitaker. Whitaker moves left to right, head of the key, down to Kirk. Kirk, spin move in the lane, working against McGee, decides not to take the chance. Goes outside to Johnston. Now on the right side, three-pointers put up and no good by Kirk. Rebound taken down, coming out running is Davis, Tanner Davis to McGee. Now to Wilkes. The Tigers set up shop here early in the first quarter. Nothing to score. So Garrett now and a three-pointer from the corner start and good as Peter Wilkes put a bomb up from the corner and nailed it. Tigers up 3-zip. Bobcats bring it down and get it in the lane, which gets knocked away by McGee. Picked up by Davis. Davis drives in, puts the shot up. He hit it. I thought maybe he'd be fouled or maybe a foul there, but he just hits the basket. And the basketball went the other direction. Bobcats have it now down by 5. Whitaker outside now to Melton. Now Kirk goes in the lane, loses it. It's going to be picked up by Davis. One thing about these officials are intent on letting them play so far. As the Tigers work the perimeter, J.T. Smith and Garrett Smith. Now they go over to Tanner Davis for 3. Wow. He is on. That was a bomb. Yeah, that and Wilkes shot a moment ago were from almost out of bounds. It's 8-0 now. Tigers taking the early go-ahead, driving in and going in for the shot and doing what he thought we'd do is Nate Moore, and he was going to get the left-handed layup. Now there's a whistle and a foul call.
Yeah, well, he did it. They're going to get the ball.
They're going to get a foul on Garrett Smith.
Yeah, he bumped him, knocked him down. He got caught.
After the shot? It had to be after.
Yeah, it was after the shot. He was headed back down the court.
Inbounds, and with it was Moore. Moore backed off, guarded there by Wilkes. Or rather Davis. Had a Moore underneath, going in and swirling home a clip shot inside is Jabari Melton. He's got 2 now, and it's 8-4. J.T. Smith right side now to Wilkes. Back to Smith. Davis to McGee in the corner. Wilkes for 3. This one's off. And out of bounds, untouched. Every so often a shot will line up with my perspective of the basket, and I could tell when that one left that it wasn't going to make it. It carried him left and went out of bounds. 5:20 left to go, first period, 8-4. Tigers on top of the Bobcats. Here's a three-pointer put up by Moore. Off no good. Fight for the rebound. On the floor is Davis, and coming up with it is J.T. J.T. running in the forecourt. Curls back to the right, and we'll set it up, offensively speaking. On the left side, now to Davis, to McGee, baseline, back outside. JT giving a quick three, decides not to take it. Left side now, Davis into
Nice pass.
A pass down from Garrett Smith, who got it to McGee. McGee went underneath the basket, reverse, laid it up and in, and the Tigers are in double figures.
Man, what a great move.
Plus, McGee is going to the line for the three-point play.
Good move by Caleb, going underneath the basket. What's the problem now?
Now they're talking about who the foul was on, I'm thinking.
What's the issue?
Well, they had 33 up there as a foul, but McGee didn't foul. And they don't have a 33.
Foul's going to be on number 11, Tanner Kirk.
And it's going to be on Kirk.
Checking in the ball game, number 20.
McGee's free throw won't go. Rebound, Davis. Tanner Davis comes up with a rebound. Tigers up 10-4, driving in.
Nice
Davis
move,
goes
good
in,
strong,
puts the shot up, and they're going to call him for charging.
Man, how can you?
As Davis took it left or right into the lane, went to the bucket, banked the shot, got it, but it's going to be whistled for the charging foul.
I mean, you're letting them kill each other underneath on rebounds, and then something like that where he flops backwards. I mean, at least be consistent.
Tigers put full court pressure on, and they're going to be able to trap Whitaker at the side court, or Ethan Johnston, and he steps on the line, so the Tigers force a turnover. In comes Burdine for the Tigers. JT's out. Now, Burdine right side now, cross court to Davis. Back outside, here's this one's lined up again, and this one is on the money. Willie Wilkes gets three and gives no change. 13-4 now. Moore on the left side, giving the three, kind of backing off from a long distance. Here's a jumper from about 14 feet that's up and good by Simon Whitaker. And he cuts the lead, 13-6 now. 3:43 left to go in the first. Tigers up 13-6. Jackson Burdine, the freshman, on the right wing. Left side now to Davis. Davis, a junior. And McGee has it now on the baseline. Cross court now to Wilkes. Wilkes drives in the lane, kicks it outside to Davis. Davis heads in the lane, and it's going to be picked up by Melton and then lost again. And now they're going to get Burdine to walk and
shoot it. If you got it open, shoot it.
13-6 now. JT back in the game. Out comes Garrett. Bobcats bring it down to Kirk. Buck over on the other side now to Johnston. Johnston guarded by Burdine. Tigers in the man-to-man. I'll get it out in a minute. Tanner Kirk to Whitaker. Whitaker on the left side to Moore. Moore fadeaway jumper is no good. Rebound McGee. And he was about 12 feet away from the goal, so Tigers have it. They get it down the floor. Davis, McGee, now to Burdine. Burdine over in the corner. There's a three. It's up and good as Wilkes goes on a tear here. He's got 11 this quarter. There's a steal on the inbounds play by Davis as he gets a steal on the inbounds pass. And he's fouled on the floor. Kirk gets his second foul for the Bobcats. And now there's timeout on the floor. Timeout Bobcats. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back. Tigers lead 16-6. So the Tigers in double-digit lead right now, 16-6 with 2:25 left to go here in the first period. Lady Tigers fall early tonight as Burdine goes in the lane, kicks it back outside. They go to Burdine in the corner. He tries the three, missed it. Moore with the rebound. Nate Moore across the timeline. Goes over to Whitaker. Whitaker kicks it right immediately to Kirk. Back to Moore on the left side. 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. Moore loses it. It's going to be picked up by Davis. Davis goes down for the layup and coming through to block it and inciting the riot in the Bobcat student section by blocking that shot. But it's just going to be Tiger basketball on the inline. Inbound goes to JT for three. Yes.
Left him open.
Oh, my. JT left no doubt on that one. And it's 19-6 now with 1:45 to go on the left side. I thought we had a travel there, but a driving jumper is going to be up and good by Simon Whitaker. He looked like both feet left the floor, but I guess one of them stayed put. And that now cuts the lead now to 11. And the shot's off no good by the Tigers, and rebound's going to be picked up by the Bobcats. They go to Moore down on the left wing. As Moore is on the dribble and then goes right side to Johnston. Back to Melton. Melton giving the three, decides not. Goes to Kirk. Kirk stops, 14-footer, swirled it in. So it's 19-10 now. Tigers up by 9, 50 seconds. Running down here in the first period. Jackson Burdine slowly dribbling across the line. Goes on the left side now to JT. JT getting a little more attention after that last three. Now Jackson with it inside the center court circle. Right on top of one of those big blue paws. And he just plays catch with JT. 20 seconds. Content to wait for the last shot here. Goes to Wilkes, back to Burdine. Now to Wilkes in the corner. Lobs it, tries to lob it in to Carter Smith, who came in the game there a moment ago. As Nesbitt is in as well. Coming down the floor and going in for a shot for the Bobcats is Moore, and he's going to be fouled as he goes up. Shot didn't go.
Both guys inside, they just watched it go through the lane, and we threw it away.
Carter Smith picks up a foul for his efforts.
I mean, we got to be heads up there.
And Nate Moore misses the first free throw. Bobcats down by 9, 3.8 seconds remaining. So Nathan Nesbitt stays in. In comes Carson Phillips with 3.8 seconds remaining.
Oh, you can't do that.
Now there's a weird situation at the buzzer as Garrett Smith rolled it in. So he sort of lost control, rolled it in, and then went after it, I guess, to keep Moore from getting an easy layup. And then it got really confusing. As it turns out, they're going to put Moore on the line to shoot two here.
He rolled it in, saw Moore coming to the ball, and he actually hit Jackson in the legs, and Moore ended up with it and gets a foul. Man, what a cluster at the end.
Oh, my. First shot is in and out. Might turn out all right after all. And that's... And Moore, exasperated, he's only 1 of 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
But that cut a point of the lead away. 19-12, the first quarter score. We'll take a 1-minute pause. We'll come back for quarter number 2. 19-12, Tigers on top.
Second quarter.
Bobcats get a little bit of a kick there at the end of the quarter. Tigers work it in and get it inside to Garrett. Now go on the baseline over to Wilkes. Wilkes gets a bounce pass inside to Garrett. Garrett Smith scores. 21-12 now. Tigers by 9. Nate Moore working. Goes left of the lane, down in the corner. Here's a three-pointer that's in and out. No good. Rebound is Melton. The shot by Johnston was off. Melton had the rebound, but he missed the follow, and now it's going to be Tiger basketball on the rebound. Down the floor they come. They go to Wilkes on the right side. He tries the three. It's off, no good. And McGee is going to get the stick back.
Right place, right time.
Caleb McGee in the right place. And Bobcats come down the floor. They go to Moore and to Kirk. Now to Whitaker. Moore in the paint. 8-foot jumper. Missed it. Rebound Wilkes. Or rather Tanner. To Burdine. Burdine goes in the paint. Splits a double team. Takes it up and in. Signature Jackson Burdine layup. And there's timeout on the floor. Timeout Bobcats. With 6:37 left to go in the second period. We'll take a 1-minute pause and we'll come right back. Bobcats take it out following the timeout. And there's a steal by Tanner Davis. Davis goes up, scores, and he's fouled. We got a steal on the inbounds, and we're going to end up picking up a foul there on Simon Whitaker, his first.
Well, we got that play back.
So Tanner got it back.
Yeah.
So he bags the free throw. And the Tigers are up by 16.
Got another one.
Almost another steal as Tanner Davis had a hand on it. Almost was going to take it back up and do the same thing again, but he bobbled it out of bounds. Give it to the Bobcats. Good effort by Tanner. On the right side, the Bobcats tried the three. Yeah, we're almost halfway down, came back out.
Well, 24 can do it.
Corey Melton went up and really went high on the basket for the stick back, and the Bobcats score 28-14 now. Burdine gets it to Garrett in the lane. Here's a shot off the left by Tanner. It's off, no good. Wilkes with the rebound. McGee with the follow. Both of them were slammed, but no whistle. Loose ball is picked up, and Moore is down the floor for the Bobcats. And with it, now it's Josh on the left side to Melton. Fadeaway jumper from 6. No good. Rebound. McGee just took it away from Whitaker. Got it out now to Tanner Davis on the right side, and in the lane. Burdine has it, goes to McGee in a circle. Long pass underneath. Tanner Davis scores. Got underneath Melton and picked up an easy 2 there. Nice pass.
Good look by Jackson underneath.
Now Melton goes to Johnston on the left side. 5 minutes left to go in the quarter. 30-14, Hardin County. The Whitaker baseline. Head fakes, dives in, puts up the shot, and got it. Boy,
he's a good player,
that's
man.
That's a nice move. It seems to be a little streaky, though.
Yeah, but he's having to play down in the paint area. He's not that tall.
He doesn't match up very well with McGee size-wise.
Yeah, but he can play down there. He shoots, got good touch.
30-16. Tigers up. Would like to increase that lead with this trip down the floor. They go to Burdine. Head of the key. Moves right, gets it to Wilkes. Now a pass to McGee crossing the lane.
Nice.
And a driving layup by Burdine. It looked like solid goal, but it fell apart at the rim and came off. Bobcats will control. Moore down the other end. 30-16. Bobcats try to go low to Whitaker. McGee stops him on the baseline. Here's a long three-pointer. It's put up by Moore. It's off no good. Long rebounds taken up by, and Moore gets it back, takes it in, and puts up about a 3-foot floater, and it's good.
I know one thing. You go in that middle, you better have your big boy britches on.
It's a lot of knocking going on down in there. As Burdine looks over the defense, goes in the paint, kicks it back outside. Now he's got it back again. Goes in, backs in, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul, backing into his opponent.
15, J.T. Smith checking into the ball game.
And that's going to be the second on Burdine.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that drives me nuts. So, they're just like swatting at heads and everything else, and then they call something like that.
3:29 left to go in the second. 30-18. Tigers up by 12. With it now is Jabari Stone. Over to Tanner Kirk. Looking at a 5-second call, finally got it out as a save down and saved in there by Wilkes, but into the hands of the Bobcats. Now another pass on the baseline and saved in by Burdine, but right into the hands of Whitaker. Whitaker lays it up and in.
Well, they cut it to 10.
I always heard you don't save it in on the other team's goal. They always, one of the things they trained us when I was in high school. Because that's what happens when you do that. Here's a lob inside to McGee. As Burdine goes to McGee inside, he goes up for the shot. It won't go, but he's fouled.
Oh, wait. Melton didn't like that one. Look at he got the block on from the back side, but I think they said he got body.
Maybe a little body action.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, there's been some beating and banging on the inside. It's been very physical.
No love lost between these two teams. First shot is good. Second shot's off. No good. Rebound taken down by Melton. Down the floor they go to Whitaker in the corner as Stone now over to Whitaker, who throws it past Melton. Melton saves it in, takes it, does a reverse layup, and lays it up and in. That's a nice play by Melton. 31-22 now. Bobcats have cut it to 9. 2:09 left to go in a half. Driving baseline. Davis reverses his course, goes all the way back out on the left side. Gets it to Burdine. Burdine, spin move in the lane, puts up an 8-foot, banked it, got it, and he's fouled.
He can't. The team can't do anything with that.
Fouls on Stone, his first. He came in off the bench a moment ago. Burdine gets the deuce.
That's a tough move by Jackson. He pivoted and turned and then just stopped on him.
Yeah, just a little bit of a fade on it.
Get in there. Missed
the free throw though. 33-22 now. Tigers by 11. 150 in the half. Working rights, Tanner Kirk. Baseline, Whitaker, turnaround jumper, off no good. As Melton had it, lost it, and JT comes up with it, and he's in the forecourt. Rickety split, goes left side now to Davis. Now to Burdine, outside the circle. Burdine goes to Tanner, who's come all the way around from right to left. Here's a steal by Stone. Stone goes in the forecourt. Gets it over now to Moore. Now Stone has it back. He's on the baseline. We'll pass it down to Melton. Melton goes from left to right and then hands it off to Moore. We're all on the left wing now.
We've got a mismatch here.
Now there's a pass down to Whitaker. Now here's Moore for three. It's off no good.
Somebody's got a talk down there.
Wilkes had the rebound.
They're going to call foul.
Turned to look for the pass, and Jabari Stone interrupted it, and it ended up as a foul on. There's timeout called on McNairy with 50 seconds left to go in the quarter. 33-22 Tigers. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Seconds left to go here in the second period. 33-22 Tigers on top with the basketball. We're going to Tanner Davis on the left wing. Now under to Wilkes. Wilkes tries to penetrate. Stolen away by Moore, and he'll take it down all the way in and take two back to the house there. 33-24 now. JT for 24 seconds. Backing off. I wouldn't trust Melton by looking away from the ball. JT penetrates, kicks it outside, gets it to Garrett. Now to Wilkes, 9 seconds. Wilkes looks in for McGee, back, and Wilkes will end up getting an errant pass there. It goes in for the shot with 2 seconds remaining. It's off no good, but he's going to go to the line. That's the best of a lot of worlds there for the Tigers. 2 seconds left, and we're on the line.
Foul going to be on Tanner Perkins, second.
As Willie Wilkes, a senior, playing his last regular season game tonight as a Tiger. First shot. Celebrates that senior season with a point. Second shot coming, and we'll see if he can do 2 in a row. And give the Tigers an 11-point lead. And I talked him out of it. And a long shot at following the rebound. Following the shot, the rebound was off no good, way short. And the first half comes to a close with the Tigers leading 34-24. I mean, you don't want to be sorry about that, but there were some opportunities missed in that first half.
Yeah, we could have really put the hammer to them, and we just started making some floor mistakes, and really there in the second quarter we kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit and slowed it down some, and I think that let them back in the game. They got a couple of steals, and you look up and you go, well, dang, we were up by 15 a while ago. It's a 10-point game, and then it got to a 9. But
I'll tell you something that's a factor here. That is that we had 5 threes in the first quarter.
Yeah, we
didn't have any threes in the second quarter, and therein lies the difference. We outscored them 19-12 in the first, and only 15-12 in the second. So,
well, Melton's hard to handle on the inside too, and the other kid that we were talking about earlier, I can't remember what. He's played really well inside and scored. I don't know. I know if they're Melton. No, not Melton. The other kid. Yeah, Whitaker.
Yeah,
he's probably got 6 or 8 and played really well. He's got a few rebounds. And what we don't want is Moore to come out here and get hot in the second half, because he didn't play. He didn't shoot the ball like he did at our gym the other night.
Well, it's kind of scary when he's only got 8 in the first half, and he scored 27 in the last game. So we certainly want to keep him down. But you don't want to give Whitaker and Melton too much room underneath, or they can turn the tables on you too. So you can see the dilemma that Coach Geyer's got, but he's got to keep this momentum going into the third quarter. Tonight is senior night in McNairy County, and they're introducing middle school players and all of the different seniors that are graduating this year. And best of luck to all of them. And they've been really hospitable here. They take really good care of us, and hats off to the administration.
You know what that is right there? That's recruiting.
Oh, yeah.
Middle school, they got a choice over here where they want to go play ball, so you got to recruit them when they're over in this area.
No question. All right, it's halftime score, 34-24. The Lady Tigers fall 50-24 in the opener tonight. We got 2 more quarters coming your way, so stay with us right here on K93. We'll take a pause for a word from our sponsors, and we'll come right back after this.
Halftime score for the podcast.
Second game of the night, Hardin County Tigers leading 34-24 over the McNairy County Bobcats right here in the Roundhouse in Selma, Tennessee. Bill Schrupp along with Steve Carnell, and it has been an interesting night to say the least, as the Lady Tigers could not get anything together in the second half. Almost didn't score in the third quarter, but ended up falling at the hands of the Lady Bobcats 50-24. The second game's been a totally different story with the Tigers up by 10 at half, but the Bobcats not going away easily.
No, they're not, and they've got a lot of pride. This is their last game at home too, senior night. So we'll see. I think what we need to do is do what we did in the first half: come out aggressive and see if we can get some of those 3-point looks, make some baskets, kind of put this thing away, and rest up for a couple of days. Well, easier said than done.
Yeah, this game was not supposed to be played tonight. It's an add-on from a snow out, or was it a rain out? I don't know which one. You never know these days when school will be called off for just about any reason.
Yep.
But anyway, they had to move it to extend beyond the regular season in order to play it, and they, of course, rankled a lot of people by picking Valentine's Day. But that's just the way the old cookie crumbles. As we are playing a little bit longer on the season, but the district is going to be right around the corner. Probably Friday night, as Steve said, they will be arriving at the times and all the matchups tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
and we'll know what to tell.
I'll probably know something. Matthew Smith, AD, he'll shoot me an email sometime in the morning once I get it figured out, and then we'll know a little bit more about it. I was sitting here thinking about the first half and what McNairy did that was different than the game over at Savannah, and it seemed like they put Melton out front a little bit more. He's tougher to go around. Of course, he wasn't involved in the game much at home, and kind of made it difficult for us to drive and penetrate. And they kind of just sunk back in a zone and let us shoot over them a little bit, just daring us. You would think when you hit 5 threes, you could bring them out and maybe get them out to a man-to-man, but they seem to be set and doing that, not let all that penetration go on that we had last week.
Well, it's a no-brainer if you got a kid with the athletic ability of Melton, and he's out for most of the game. When you have him back, you're going to make a much bigger splash, particularly in the area of rebounds and stickbacks and those kinds of points that you need. And right now, that might be the difference in this game and the other night.
Yeah, he can jump, man. He can do it.
He may still be a little hobbled. That was a pretty serious ankle injury. That don't go away in a matter of a couple of days.
Well, I'd hate to see him at full steam.
Yeah, I know. We might have been in much more trouble.
Yeah.
Speaking of trouble, we've got 8 more minutes to go here in just a minute. 34-24, the halftime score. As the Tigers are done with their warm-ups, the Bobcats are coming out, and we're going to have basketball action in a matter of milliseconds. Simon Whitaker will inbound it for the Bobcats. They'll be working toward, he said south goal. That's the north goal, isn't it? Am I turned around in here?
That'd be the south.
That'll be.
Yeah.
Anyway, Moore's got it. Goes to Whitaker, to Melton, and the Tigers in a zone now. That's a little bit different. Moore goes down to Whitaker, and here's a three-pointer off the right side's off, no good by Johnston. Rebound taken down by Wilkes. Wheeler Wilkes across the timeline. Goes to Garrett. Now to Burdine. Burdine to Tanner Davis. Burdine backs out. Melton is his designated defender. Gets it to Davis. Tanner goes left to right, gets it off to Wilkes. Wilkes head fakes. Goes to Garrett. Garrett on the dribble. To Burdine. Burdine right side, moves toward the head of the key, giving it 3, doesn't take it. Instead goes in the lane, puts a head fake on Melton, sort of faked him out of his shoes, and Melton ended up landing on Burdine, and it will be 2 shots for Burdine.
That's a good heads-up play by Jackson. He knew that Melton, he was eager to block that
shot. Just head faked and took him out of his tennis shoes. First shot by Burdine's up and good. He's got 5 now. He's working on 6 with his second one. 35-24 now. Just underway in the third period. He canned them both. It's 36-24. Tigers up by a dozen again. Now to Whitaker. Right side of Moore. Moore working against a half-court trap. Having trouble getting it in. They get it to Moore. Moore gets in, backs up, puts up a three. In and out, no good. Melton with the rebound. His follow is too hard, but a whistle and a foul.
Got him from behind.
Melton on the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Cats.
Is
McGee.
going to be, a foul's going to be on McGee, but to the line will go Jabari Melton, shooting 2. Missed the first one. 6:33 left to go third. 36-24 Tigers. On the road in Selma, Tennessee. Second shot's up and he got it.
Second free throw good.
So Melton's got 7 now. One less than Nate Moore. Tanner Davis crosses the line from left to right. Goes out to Wilkes on the right wing. Back to Davis. Wants to take the long three. Instead just dribbles his way all the way across to the other side of the floor. Stops, picks up the dribble, goes to Burdine outside near midcourt. Burdine drives, working hard against Johnston. Johnston going to foul him, and Burdine's going to go to the line. The shot did not go.
See, we've got them in a man now. What we did, everybody came to this side. They cleared out. McGee spun around, took his man, and then it was just one-on-one then.
Burdine 2 for 2 in this quarter. Which the first one. Missed the second one though.
That's out on them.
So the rebound's going to be bobbled around and finally kicked out of bounds by the Bobcats. Give it to Hardin County. Inbound to McGee. McGee goes in, has a shot rejected by Melton. Melton takes it down. He's going to go off for the dunk. Missed it. Ended up on his backside. But the rebound is the Tigers. They get it to Burdine. Burdine has it stripped away. Down in the corner now to Moore. Moore tries the long three. Missed it. Rebound McGee. Now the Tigers are back on the offensive end. Burdine for 3. Off no good. McGee swats away the rebound to Burdine at midcourt. Tigers have another shot at it this time. Splitting a double team. Burdine goes in. Shot just won't go. Rebound Melton.
I don't know how he got it up.
It was difficult. Johnston. Now to Whitaker. Low post right side. Whitaker head fakes. Fadeaway jumper off. No good. Rebound Burdine. Got a little help from Tanner that time. Burdine to McGee. Back to Jackson. 5 minutes exactly left in the third. 37-25. Tigers by 12. Tanner on the left wing goes off full circle. Banks a shot over Kurt. Missed it. Rebound Melton. Hands off to Whitaker. And the Bobcats are on the offensive end just like that. 37-25. They trail by 12. Melton gets the 18-footer at the free throw line. Missed it. Rebound is going to be Tanner Davis in the corner.
Give him that all day.
Out to Burdine. Burdine down the floor. Circles through the lane from right to left. Sets up on the left wing. Now drives underneath. He's going to find Davis all alone underneath. That closed up very quickly. Davis's shot's going to be blocked, but not before he's fouled.
Got more on that one.
And Moore came from behind, and that's his second foul, that is. And to the line goes Tanner Davis. First shot is good.
Checking into the ball game for the Bobcat.
38-25 now. Tigers by a baker's dozen. Second one, rattled but fell as well. 14 now. JT checks out. Garrett checks in. Tigers are in full court pressure mode. Moore works it over to Whitaker. He's way back for the count. We better hurry. Whitaker, now he's moving in the wrong direction. He gets it to Moore. Moore finally got it across the line in time. Gets in the lane. Turnaround jumper over McGee. It's off no good. Tip was both teams tipped it. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Wilkes. Wilkes to Burdine. Burdine's going to break free, take it in from the right side and get the bank shot. You just have to see that shot to be able to appreciate it. No way to describe it. Now, Ryder Plunk in for the Bobcats. Down in the corner, here's a three. It's going to be up and good by Moore. That can't be a good omen. Nate Moore coming alive here now with 11. 41-25. So, Tigers by 16. Burdine in the paint. Stops. Has a little 4-foot jumper. Faded away, but faded too much. Missed it. Rebound. Outlet pass goes to Moore. Moore is out for the layup on the other end. Lays it up and in. And he's fouled. He'll get the three-point opportunity.
Sometimes you just need to let that go and live to fight another day.
Foul's going to be on Tanner Davis, his second. And that is the third team foul on, or second team foul on the Tigers. Moore missed the free throw.
Man, he's having a tough night.
So the Tigers get the rebound. They're working the floor now. And now here's a steal by Moore again. Takes it away from JT. And now there's a major foul by JT. He took Nate Moore out.
Got to use your head.
That was more of a, that's got to be an intentional foul. I don't know what they are calling it intentional. And that's going to put Moore on the line to shoot two.
They're going to call an intentional foul.
Yeah.
I mean, why?
I don't know why he did that. It was, my mom used to call that dirty pool.
Yeah.
But to the line goes Nate Moore, and he'll be shooting two, and then it will be Bobcat basketball. First shot's good. Second shot's good. He's now 4 for 7 from the free throw line. And it will be Bobcat basketball on the end line. That's a double penalty.
Yeah, costly mistakes right there. Costly fouls.
So Ethan Johnston inbounding it for the Bobcats. Here's a three off the front side by Moore. No good. Rebound, Carter Smith. Smith's in, McGee's out. Burdine in the paint. Backs outside now to Wilkes. Now outside now to JT. JT in the circle. Inside the paint, that is, and dishes it back outside to Burdine. Burdine jockeys forward, jockeys backward, and then goes to the basket. Ball is loose, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Tanner Kirk.
They're trying to turn up the pressure on us a little bit and almost got a turnover again.
That's the fourth team foul for the half for the Bobcats. Tigers will take it out baseline right side. They try to pass it through Johnston's arm, and he just caught it and saved it in. Now, Bobcats come down, and I hope that student was watching. There was an airmail pass by Moore that hit a student over there. I hope she's okay. Nobody touched it as Tiger basketball. But Hardin County works it down. They go underneath to Smith. Smith turn around. Jumper good. Smith intent on taking it to the basket. Spun for his left and then went back right, put up the shot, hit it. Driving down goes Johnston, has it blocked away, and I don't know who.
Wilkes
got the block from behind. Tigers back on the other end now, leading 43-32. Burdine driving, finds the board, finds the rim, scores. Burdine now with 11 points, 45-32, 1:44 left to go in the third. And almost a steal by Burdine. Now he does get the steal. He comes out with it. He's going to outrun his defender in Stone and lays it up and in. Burdine picks up about 6 really quick points right there. Now there's a whistle and a timeout called by McNairy as the Tigers once again jump up 47-32. We're going to take a 60-second pause and we'll come right back. Stay with us. 32 the score. Hardin County up by 15. Bobcats wanted to have a moment. Okay, 47-32 the score. Bobcats called a timeout. And Jabari Stone will start things off here with 1:22 remaining in the third. Yeah. Nate Moore on the dribble, being guarded by Carter Smith. Now to Stone on the baseline. He's going to kick it, and I almost lost it out of bounds, but Carter Smith came out of nowhere. He came up with that recovery. Gets it to the Tigers. Down the floor they go to Burdine. Burdine starts to head in. Stone blocks him. He'll back out to midcourt. 57 seconds now in the third. Tigers up 47-32. Here's a pass underneath. Carter Smith goes in, scores.
Another good strong move.
Nice move there. Carter Jr. got 4 tonight and looking strong under the boards. Nate Moore dribbling for the Bobcats. And whistle.
Yeah.
And
they got Melton for going up high with his forearm on Carter.
Melton is going to pick up his third foul there, away from the basketball, with 34 seconds remaining here in the third period. Tigers up by 17. I would like to go in here this fourth quarter with a 20-point lead.
Got an odd lineup for that.
Stone checks out.
Yeah.
Darian Clark checks in for the Bobcats. Tigers with JT, Garrett, Carter, 3 Smiths, and then a Phillips. Now also Nathan Nesbitt. Carter Smith. Over out of JT in the lane, goes under, has the shot blocked. As 8 seconds with Nesbitt getting the rebound. And somebody stepped on the line. Was it Nesbitt or?
I think it's JT stepped on the line.
Yeah.
He had the ball.
6 seconds. Across the timeline comes Johnston. Is he going to take the last shot? Nope. They're going to go to Moore. He's going to try one.
It ain't no
running and jumping, fading right, and he missed it. Got the rim though. Third quarter comes to a close. 49-32 the result. We'll be back for the fourth after these words from our sponsors. Action underway. Tigers have the basketball. Burdine dribbles across the timeline, met though by Clark. Burdine has it batted away, and it's in the backcourt. Coming up with it and passing it off there to Moore is Kirk. The Moore, or rather, that's Clark who goes in for the shot. He missed it, but he's going to go to the line, and there'll be a foul call on the Tigers. Several players in there. It's going to be on Garrett Smith, his third. But on the line, shooting 2 is Darian Clark. First shot is up and good. The second one can cut it to 15. If he can hit it. Got it. Tigers go with Burdine down to the offensive end. He's on the left side, guarded there by Johnston. 49-34. 7:30 left to go in the game. Now it's Garrett Smith. Smith lobs it down to Davis, who is stopped there by Melton. Tries to get it out of the corner there, and Melton ends up getting a steal. I thought Tanner had it back, but now the Bobcats have got it there on the other end. Here's a three-pointer from the corner. It's off no good by Clark. Rebound taken down way outside by Wilkes. He saves it in, gets it back to Garrett. Garrett over to Jackson Burdine. And there's a pass in the corner to Wilkes for three. Rattled it, but missed it. Melton gets the rebound, gets it to Moore, and the Bobcats run it down. Down in the corner, there's a Tanner Davis blocked a three-point shot in the corner by Whitaker. And the shot was by Johnston, rather. And that's a nice block by Davis. Bobcats have it in the corner on their end of the floor. They get it outside to Moore. Moore right now with 13. Has it in the lane, has it stolen away, and now it's stolen back.
He's out of bounds. He's laying out of bounds.
It looked like Stone was laying out of bounds. But they did not call him out, and now they bring it in, and there's a whistle and a foul call on the Tigers.
I mean, dude, you're sitting there watching it. He's laying out of bounds with a basketball, and they let him throw it in.
It's got to be Wilkes. Wilkes had the foul there. That's his first. Inbounds goes to Moore with 6:22 left. Tigers up by 15. On the right side, here's Clark for three. Darian Clark gets a three. And it's 49-37. Wilkes working up against token full court pressure as Garrett gets it over now to JT. Or rather Wilkes now to Burdine on the left wing. Burdine one and one on Tanner Kirk. Lobs it underneath. Tanner Davis goes up for the shot. He is fouled in the process, and I thought was wide open, and he just missed the layup.
Yeah, you got to make that one. That's two bunnies he's missed underneath.
Fouls on Stone, his second, but to the line, and now having to make it up. They're not going to be able to because he missed the first free throw. Second shot coming up. Got that one.
And the second free throw good.
And it's now 50-37. Down the floor they go. Stone has it bobbled away by Garrett. Loose ball, McGee, and Moore involved. Now Moore puts up a shot for three. It's no good. Rebound. Burdine has it. Stripped away by Melton. And there's just absolute bedlam going on underneath that rim. And now there's a whistle and a foul called, and I think it's going to be on
24. That's his fourth.
24.
He don't even know what he did. He actually was laying on the ground, and he kind of clipped Wheeler. Puts us in the 1-and-1, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so the 1-and-1 is in effect, and Wheeler Wilkes is going to make the long trip to the other end of the floor. Tigers up by 13, and things have been a little bit iffy. That kid sitting out of bounds with the basketball is really hard to.
Well, it wasn't hard. He's got a white uniform on navy blue.
There's such a thing as judgment call, but that wasn't judgment.
Sometimes you get
anyway. Wilkes,
maybe he just didn't believe what he saw.
Wilkes shooting two. First shot's good. Second one, oh yeah, you knew it.
Oh man.
52-37 now. Across the timeline, working with it is Clark. Now, driving and putting up a shot is Johnston. It didn't go, but I think there's a whistle and a foul call. It's going to be on Garrett Smith. That's four. That's four on Garrett. And to the line, shooting two is Ethan Johnston.
First
First shot's good.
Game for the Cats. J.T. Smith in the game for the Tigers.
Second shot's good as well.
Good.
We got timeout.
Now there's a timeout on the floor with 5:13 remaining here in the fourth period. 52-39. Tigers on top for the moment. And we'll take a pause for a word. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Tigers have it, baseline, in the backcourt. Full court pressure. Wilkes stops midcourt, gets it back to Burdine. Burdine beats the press. 5 minutes left to go in the game. Burdine splits a double team, kicks it in the corner to McGee. Outside now to JT. JT to Wilkes. Wilkes on the dribble. Tigers may be in a slowdown mode here. Wilkes is going to be fouled by Jabari Stone, and the good thing about this is no more fouls to get the 1-and-1. That's the third on Stone, and to the line, Wheeler Wilkes will be shooting 1-and-1. I was thinking that's money in the bank, and it was. Brady missed the second one. So 53-37, or 39 really. And the Bobcats are down the floor. A jumper that's off no good by Tanner Kirk. Rebound taken down by Wilkes. Wilkes to Burdine. Burdine sets up on the left side, backs up a little bit, about 5 feet off of the line, center court. Now works to the right. Goes to JT. JT hands it off to Wilkes. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the game. Tigers up by 16. Wilkes to JT. JT makes a circle around to the circle and gets it out to Burdine outside right. Burdine ducks his shoulder, goes right into Stone, and then stops, kicks it back to Wilkes. Wilkes, rather. Wilkes went through, had it tapped away and stolen. And it's Whitaker got the outlet pass out. And there's Stone that's going to get the basket on the other end. Tigers come back really quickly with a in the forecourt and pass it back to Wilkes. Wilkes over to Burdine. Burdine is fouled. And that's going to be 4 on Stone. As Burdine goes to the line shooting 1-and-1. This is the last 1-and-1 we'll have in this game, as that's the 9th team foul. But Burdine makes that academic by hitting the first free throw. Second one, nailed it. He's got 15 now, and the Tiger lead is 14. So Whitaker gets it over now and down 2. Clark back to Whitaker. Whitaker takes it in and scores. Simon Whitaker picked up a deuce there. And it's Tiger basketball with 3 minutes left now. Up by 12. Wilkes gets it over now to JT in the corner. Cross now to Burdine on the left wing. Out to JT on the right, won't take the 3. 2:41, the whistle and a foul is going to be called. This one's going to be on Stone. It's going to be on Clark. Darian Clark, his first.
10.
And Burdine's on the line shooting 2 more. Because he's in a double bonus. First shot's good. At this point, if we can keep hitting the charity shots and put this in the W column. Yeah, he hit it. Right now, Burdine's 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He's got 17 points. Starting to build numbers here as a freshman. They go to Kirk. Kirk goes down in, puts the shot up, snuck through with a couple of Tiger defenders on top of him, right in his face, and he still got the point. So it's 57-45. Garrett Smith into the game for the Tigers. Gets it over now to Burdine. Burdine looking, trying to draw another foul. He's about to get it. There's a collision foul there by Tanner Kirk, and that looked a little like a violent foul.
Well, I don't think he meant to hit him that hard. I think
maybe he tripped. I don't know, but that's going to be.
I would act like I stumbled.
4 on him. And Burdine goes to the line, and he'll be shooting 2 again.
Yeah, this has kind of been a chippy game. I'm telling you, there's been a lot of talking going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of mouthing. But
it's right there in Hardin County. So.
Jackson just nonchalantly knocks down a free throw as if it was falling off a log.
Jay Burdine on the free throw line for the Tigers. Shoot 2. First one good.
And if he misses this one, I'll never comment on the second foul again, free throw again. Missed it. Golly.
You said that all year.
No. So 58-45. Tanner Kirk goes in the lane. Wilkes comes up with it. Gets it to McGee. McGee to Burdine. Burdine is going to be content to go back to the line if he can. And then they go to JT. Sorry, that's Wilkes. On the left side. Now to Tanner. Outside to Jackson. Tigers content to work it outside. 1:35 left to go. Up 58-45. Here's McGee. Giving the open shot in under the basket. Instead, he threw it out. He's going to throw it right into the hands of the Bobcats, but they run out of bounds with it.
Well, he was told not to shoot, but that's one of those where not just going to go ahead and get you 2.
Well, you might. Particularly since the defenders all around. All right, timeout on the floor. Timeout Hardin County. 1:27 remaining. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Tigers lead by 13. .45, Tigers up, and Nathan Nesbitt's going to inbound it for the Tigers. Put some fresh blood in the game here. The Brooks will get the inbounds pass. It goes to Burdine. Burdine with 1:22. Goes to Nesbitt. Down to JT. JT on the dribble. Down to Nesbitt in the corner. He's not going to shoot. And a whistle and a foul called on Nate Moore. And that'll be his third.
Foul's going to be on Nate Moore. His third.
And to the line will go senior Nathan Nesbitt. Shooting 2. First shot, yes.
Number 22, Nesbitt on the free throw line. Tigers first. Good.
1:12 left to go in the game. 59-45. Nesbitt on the line. Missed the second one. And now will be Melton on the rebound. The Bobcats will come down. Try to put a miracle here with 1:05. Driving in and stopping is Stone. Goes left side of Whitaker. He's going to back into Nesbitt, and with 56 seconds remaining, Nesbitt's going to be called for a foul.
22, Nesbitt is first. 16, Caleb Woodson.
So, senior players now, they're playing their last regular season game tonight. Jared Smith, Julio Wilkes, also Nathan Nesbitt. Tigers will inbound it. Down the floor they go, and they'll get it over to Burdine. And we'll go underneath to McGee. McGee this time decides it's worth the risk because he's ball by himself under the basket. And he
That's a good play, Caleb, right there. That's a safe play.
61-45 now, 26 seconds remaining. And Moore content to dribble it out here, I think.
Yes.
We're going to let one of his teammates take a shot for three. It's off no good. Melton goes to the floor following the rebound there. It will be a foul on the Tigers with 15 seconds remaining.
It's going to be number 12, Davis.
Tanner Davis, that's his third.
Oh, we got now another timeout.
Now we got substitution big time into the game for the Tigers is Ben Benson. Also Jacob Saunders. Also Lamarion White. And
Into the game for the Bobcat. Jackson Burns into the game.
also Carson Phillips. Some juniors, some sophomores, some freshmen. Give them a chance to go in here at the end of the game. 15.2 seconds. As Phelps has a rebound stripped away from him. A three from the corner is going to be up and good by Johnston.
Just hold it.
Now there's a look it up the floor. The clock expires, and that's the end of the game. 61-48. And I still don't know who that was that hit that three at the end. I was trying to pick that out, but I'm just going to have to give it to one of the players. For the night, the Lady Tigers run into a stone wall with the Lady Bobcats and fall 50-24 right now. The second game has come to a close. It's 61-48. Looking at the scoring real quickly for McNairy, the leading scorer was Nate Moore with 13, but followed very closely by Simon Whitaker. Also, Darian Clark had 5. Jabari Melton had 7. Jabari Stone had 4. Ethan Johnston had 3, and Tanner Cook had 4. For the Tigers tonight, once again, Burdine leads all scorers with 18. He's followed by Wheeler Wilkes with 15. Down the line we see Caleb McGee with 7. Carter Smith with 4. J.T. Smith with 3. Garrett Smith with 2. And Nathan Nesbitt with 1. I would like to add that Burdine had 8 of his points from the free throw line. And that is a big help when you're trying to put together points on the board. A very good night for the Tigers on the free throw line, 67%, as opposed to the Bobcats, 54%. It looks like the fouls were evenly distributed. I think 18 against the Bobcats, only 14 against the Tigers. So all in all, with the exception of a couple of glaring, exceptions, it was very well refereed.
Yeah.
But they did let them play.
Yeah, they let them play. That's for sure. It got kind of a little chippy, but that's okay. And I'd rather let them play than call a bunch of touch fouls. But it was a good win to come over here, senior night, and a team that you beat by 25 just a couple of days ago. You got a lot of things, going against you, I guess, if you could put it mentally that way, where you beat a team handily, and then also, you're not playing for first or second. Everything's already set in stone in the district.
Yeah.
But what a good a win to come back over here and get a road win.
And nobody
keep that
hurt.
momentum going.
And nobody injured. That's always big.
And it's good to see them, shoot free throws better tonight. Jackson's going to go to the free throw line a lot, so it's good to see that he was 7 of 9 from there. And, it was a good game. It was a really odd, kind of weird game. It was a little bit chippy, but nothing really too dirty going on. And, that's okay. I like the way our team's playing right now. They got a little bit of aggression, a little bit of chip on their shoulder. They've won 3 in a row, and now we go to this tournament and see what happens.
Just to consider that McNairy scored 18 points in the fourth, and we only scored 12. But of those 12, 10 of them were from the free throw line. So we only had 1 field goal in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but, that was by design.
Right,
we didn't want to cheat it.
But that just goes to show you how important those free throws are. You don't hit them.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, put pressure on yourself, you better knock them down.
Yeah, because they're going to eventually catch up to you. Yeah. And that's, fortunately for the Tigers, they withstood that, and they win it 61-48 as the final. So, that just about does it for us, Steve. You got anything you want to?
No, happy Valentine's Day to everyone.
Once again, yeah, very good.
I got to take my wife out last night, so enjoy the Valentine's Day dinner.
Well, I'm going to let my wife take me out.
Yeah, well.
She is going to take me out the back and beat me up.
You've got a couple of old hamburgers coming. They came up here and gave Bill a couple to take home for dinner. So.
All right, well, so that just about wraps it up for us as athletic director Matthew Smith walks by in front here.
Yeah.
And lots of good fan support from Hardin County tonight.
Always.
And it's been a good season. We're looking forward to the playoffs and see how things go when we get over to Henderson on Friday night.
Real quick, I want to thank all of our sponsors, too, that sponsor Tiger basketball and all of our sports. We couldn't do it without your support. And if you hear those sponsors on the radio go by and buy something, or at least say thank you for allowing us to do this. And then, of course, the girls, Kristen and Lily and Jane at the station, and Eli a couple of times. And, for their hard work and coming in and doing this with us. And I want to thank you, too, for all your hard work. You have to leave home, and it's hard for a retired person to have to get up and get out of the house. I know that, but
you don't know for several more years.
Yeah, true. But we appreciate all that you do and being the voice of Tiger basketball. But we got more basketball to go. Get in tournament time, and let's see what happens.
Who knows what
I'm excited about both teams, but I'm really just excited to see. You get over there in that region tournament, get one win, and you're in the sub-state, and then you're a game away from the state. So, anything can happen.
It's a weird game, isn't it?
Yep.
But we've had a great time, and I certainly enjoy working with you and looking forward to many more down the road here. But final scores again, Lady Tigers fall 50-24. The men win 61-48 in the nightcap. So for Steve Carnell and
one other
thing.
Thanks to our listeners.
Oh, very much. Thank you. I don't know how we could have forgotten you guys.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for putting up with us, and we certainly do appreciate it. So for Steve Carnell, finally, and my good buddy Steve Smith, this is Bill Sharp saying, good night, Tiger fans. Have a good tomorrow.